Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, day number 26. If you're new, jump on board, get involved, leave me some comments, give me some grief if needs be, or even better, give me some positive feedback. But yeah, day number 26, and let's just jump into it, see what we can do. Hope everyone's having a lovely weekend so far. What? Okay, so I'm going to go for the English. Now you won't be able to see this, but the person who I'm playing is streaming, so they're going to be playing their absolute best because they're not going to want to look like a muppet in front of all their people. So I don't even. This is interesting. Right, okay. Now, this is pretty much the same as we always do. Sometimes we develop the knight e2, other times we go to f3. Now he's released his bishop, so I think bishop out first, and then if he comes here, I can just push my pawn forward. He can take this, that's fine. It's not an issue. And I think my knight will probably come here. And then at some point I might even, okay, so what are we doing with that? So if I come here, that's fine. So hang on, let me just think about this quickly. So if you come in here, and I've already gone there, then you take, no, I think for the time being, I'm going to push this forward. I don't want this coming in and causing me grief, and at the moment it just cannot come in. So I think that's a sensible option. Then I think I'm going to bring my knight out, e2, and then probably castle. I expect him to castle now. Could develop the bishop by pinning, but as usual, does it do much if he pushes? Can't go here because I get trapped. So therefore, once he goes there, that's trapped. So then I just come all the way back. So it doesn't really do much. So for the time being, I'm going to evolve. I'm going to, better off my bishop and put it there. I think that's a good little square for it. Now, I'm not going to take, because that just invites the pawn in, putting pressure on this. And then it gets a little bit messy. I might develop my bishop. Interesting. So I might develop my bishop over here. Then if I take, for example, and he takes, then I can take back. So let's see what he says with that. Now if he takes, I can just take back. That's not an issue. Right, okay, so he does that. Just making sure everything's protected. I should probably castle. And so should my opponent, but so he needs to figure out now that I've got two eyes on this. Sorry, three eyes. So I'm quite happy the way my position's unfolded. Okay, so he backs it up with a pawn. That's fine. Now, obviously I can't take because then I'm just getting forked by the pawn. So I think I might now ask the question, although he could just go back. Then if I push again and I take, he just wins a pawn. So I think it would be sensible for me to now get this out of the way of the bishop and castle. That's fine. And then I could potentially take, you go in with your pawn, and then I can get this out of the way. And that's in a nice position now. I think my knight on d5 looks really nice. Of course he can just take, but then I can just sort of keep my structure pretty tight. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that. Like that. Okay, he had to think about which pawn to take with. That's fine for now. He could take. If he does, I think, which he's done. So I think For me, it seems to make sense to be taking with this pawn, keeping a structure here. Bishop can get out and start playing shortly. Not right now. I could even maybe at some point push on this and then sort of get my knight involved and the rook's on that file as well. So I'm going to take like that. Now, I think he might get his rook into the game now. That's not a bad position, actually. Yeah, okay. So maybe if I start asking the question here, what do you do? Where do you go? Okay, and if I do it again, then you're looking at this pawn there. Now, interesting one here. So obviously, if he pushes this pawn, attacking my knight, I'd be in check from the bishop. So I'd lose this, and then I'd be potentially pinned by a pawn on my queen and my rook by this bishop. So first things first, and I have to get this king to safety. I have to just move it. Now I think occupying, in fact, you know what? I think a really safe bet now, because that is a seriously dangerous bishop, is to push on here. Now the only square you can go back to is somewhere a lot less dangerous. Okay. Now I can attack you. You could push on again and attack this. In fact, if you push on again, right, that's interesting. I was going to say, if you push us on again, attacking that, then I would have just taken him and then, yeah, but that's not happened. So anyway, look, so this is interesting. Now, pushing on, I would take, and then I'd have to take back. So I could just try and go here and just stop that pawn pushing. I don't like the way that my queen is the one that's doing that kind of work. Don't want to become over reliant on her doing that. So I'm going to do it for the time being. Now this bishop. Okay, so now I could think about moving here. I think that's fine. I think that is fine. So if you take, I take with pressure on this bishop. Yeah, so I'm not going to take like that. I just think that's bad. And here I'm taking with tempo as well, because I'm taking on the bishops, both of them. So I think that's fine. I'm also thinking as well to pull out my bishop here. I've only got two options really. This seems like it's a nice file, but it doesn't really do much at all. Whereas this, in the situation, potentially take, you take, I take back, winning a pawn. It's not bad. So now what are you going to do in terms of, okay, so you're protecting this, that's fine. So what about, now I'm going to push this pawn forward, am I? That's one option, or maybe here, doubling up on this, you just move back, and then I target the king maybe, push my bishop, sorry, push my rook up again, or do what I said, do this, like that, I take, you take, I take. You could then double up on my knight, so I need to be wary of that coming in. I can see that happening very soon. If that happens, I need to think about getting this in line so that at least I'm protecting it twice, the pawn, and then I can maybe try and double up my, whoa, okay. What about if I go here? I see no reason why I can't do that. Now if I take here, you take, I take, you've got two eyes on that. So now I need to think about getting this involved. Wow. Okay, interesting. That's bad, very bad. So how about this? If I go here, it doesn't do anything, does it? Yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble now. I've got to take that back. I've got to take it back. Okay, I'm a rook down. Can get a pawn back. I should. I just think two rooks now is too kind of strong. I'm going to take... Yeah, I think I'm potentially losing here. Yeah, I got caught out there. That's really frustrating. Okay, nice. I have to take, then I have to take, then you go there, and then that's just game. Yeah, that's really annoying. I'm going to resign that. Oh, Lord. Right. Okay, game review. Trying to think back. I was too passive. I was way too passive. 79%, no blunders, 88%. I mean, it was fairly even the whole way through. What did it want? Oh, of course, yeah, that's a better way to protect the bishop coming in. Okay. I mean, here it's pretty much equal still. Okay, didn't like me taking there. I thought I was... No, it doesn't like that at all. Really? Oh, what? It preferred that. And then, okay. And you know, when you think about it as well, the danger did come down the B file, didn't it? So I think that's, yeah, in hindsight, that was definitely the better option. I thought I had dealt with those bishops. Kind of annoyed that I got myself in such a sort of vulnerable position as well. That had to be done. And then here, should I have pushed on? Oh no. What was the best move there? Push on? No, come back. Okay. Right. And then here, it just kind of all goes down the drain. Yeah, that was bad. Whoa. Okay, just attack. Oh. Yeah, that's poor. That's it. Right, okay, look, let's forget about that. Let's get that out of our systems. And, oh, he sent me a message, good game. Not the way I wanted to start, but hopefully that was just a warm-up game. And okay, so we're going to go for the King's Indian. I vary it up. Sometimes I just go sort of D5 and match it, and then whatever they do, like a Queen's Gambit, I just do my thing, develop pieces, and I'm not normally too concerned when they play the Queen's Gambit and stuff. Okay, this guy is just pushing stuff all over the place. So if I'm just going to castle. Always come back if needs be. Now, they've got a really solid centre, so I think I need to start thinking about getting my control of the centre as well. I mean, if they push, then I could just come back in here and just develop my piece. It's not a massive issue. Okay, so now I'm going to support this square here. Be nice to maybe, okay, so they don't want me to pin that. That's fine. So now I might try and fianchetto this side as well. Why not? Double fianchetto. All right, so I'm going to do that. And then if I push and you push, right, that's interesting. So now I'm going to go here. And I think maybe that might have been bad to sort of, might have overextended. Now if I push, sorry, if I take, two things it could take and a knight. So I think here, if I lock it up, that just kind of, I mean, at the moment, if I lock it up, this bishop could have real difficulties getting into the game at all. So I think I'm going to take, and if he wants to start swapping pieces around, that's okay. Okay, now that's fine. I can now, how about if I get my rook into the game, okay, and then I can push on here. Yeah, that's fine. Now I go here. Just making sure there's nothing going on. If the queen moves, I'll be taking that. Open that up. Get the knight into the game. How about d7? Whoa. Okay, looking at my rook. Potentially queen can't come in there. Got to be a little bit worried about this sort of side here. So I think here we can just drop back. It's not a problem. Could push it, although I don't want to expose my king's sort of the 2 pawns around it for the time being, if I can. Now I think they might try and push the pawns down here and then get the queen involved and then look at a potential mate. So I want to keep this here, just protecting things. Now if I can I need to get this developed, so I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to go to e5 next. I mean, my bishop is looking good now. That's a nice looking bishop. His bishop's got potential, but there's nothing really on at the moment. So, or maybe even, if I go there, you take, I take, keeps these pawns straight, 3 in a row, gives my queen a bit more movement. But yes, do you know what, this is an interesting game so far. It'd be nice to get my other knight into the game, but for the time being I can't really see a good way to do that. Going here doesn't do anything for me. You've got 1, 2, 3 eyes, and if this bishop moves, 4 eyes, so that's not the best kind of place for it. Maybe there. I know it's on the edge of the board, doesn't look great. Okay, that's interesting. Now, what about... Okay, so... Can I get that queen to move? Because I'd love to open up the king, the file to the king. But maybe I should just try and keep the bishop. Maybe later on in the game, maybe it comes to life. Why not try and centralize the rook? I should really try and connect them. So I need to get the queen into a bit more of a sort of better position. Maybe move the queen somewhere like a c7. If I go there, that doesn't really do anything. You can just go, actually, I could take, you take, and then say I take again, and then... So yeah, why not? I might just connect the rooks, which is good. Now that is interesting. Now the question is, do I want to open up that king? Now this is the one. This is when I look back and the computer either, whatever I do is going to be wrong. Now I'm going to try and think logically about this. So the knight currently hasn't got much hope. So that's kind of making me think to myself, is it really worth? I mean, you could it's quite difficult for either of us at the moment to evolve the knights. I mean, quite well protected. So I'm not going to think about it too much for time's sakes. So I am going to part with the bishop. Watch the computer hate me when I do this. Open this up. Now, is there a way that I can try and get over here? So what I'm going to do is, or maybe even there, so now I'd like to, I'm going to go here. Maybe there, attacking this, then where'd you go? Just drop back. Interesting. So if you move this now, your queen's got eyes on this and your bishop. So what I could do is attack. I was thinking of going to h5, attacking the bishop. Or maybe I go here. Tough one. So if I take, you come in there, I come in there, and if you take again, then I go here protecting that. Do you know what? Let's give that a go. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Okay, like we thought, 2 eyes on this now. That's fine. So I think I'm going to take now, get that queen off this square for the time being, because the queen is the only defender of that as well. Sorry, the only one of the other attackers. So now, as I said before, I'm going to get this here. It's such a sad move to go all the way back to sort of, the eighth file, but I kind of feel, actually I can't even do that because the queen just comes in. So now I'm going to think about what about if I it's just so annoying. So if I go here, for example, is there anything I can? This is really annoying. Okay, if I come back here, then I can do this and protect this twice, because I think they're just going to move there again, attacking that pawn. Yeah, they're looking for weaknesses. Now, I kind of free up my bishop, so I'm not too sad about that, although these two back where they are is kind of a little bit sad. Now, how about this? How about I go and challenge your bishop, and if you take, I go here, potentially looking at the queen and the king. So let's do that. Can't see any issues with that. No, that looks okay to me. Got to think about time. What's my opponent saying to me? What? Define Jamie. Hello. That's a good reply. Right, so now you're going here. Doesn't do much. Protected twice. So I am going to take that. I like that. Now, is there any damage this could do? This still needs to get into the game. So, what about... Okay, so how about if I go here, threatening that square, and then maybe get my queen there? That doesn't look too bad. I can't see anything wrong with that. There's a check, there is, but it doesn't do much as far as I can see. Obviously need to make sure my queen isn't on one of these kind of squares. Whew. Yeah, I need to speed up as well. So I think going there is fine. Maybe just push this forward to the queen. That's quite nice and solid. Okay, why have you gone there is the question. Okay, protecting that square, I like it, nice. Now, I can't go there and attack this twice because it's defended twice. So I am going to push this forward. That's fine. Wow, what's this? What is going on? What is going on? Well, I don't understand. Why have you done that? Because you can go in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do for the time being is, so if you want to go in there, and if I go here, that's fine. I don't see any issues with that. I'd love for this to get off that E2, obvious reasons. 242, I need to speed up. It's one of these situations though, I just feel like I need more time with each move. Maybe go, I can't see it. Maybe queen comes here. If you go there, then obviously I can take twice. You might even think about, I don't know. I've got no idea at the moment. I'm running out of time. There's still enough time, still plenty of time. Interesting. Okay, so what about? What about? What about that? No, it just seems to shut off my king. What about like I said? No, I'm not. I can't get checked. I expect that to come in. If it does, I can just wait for him to take and take with this. King seems fine where it is. Wow, okay, so now you're attacking that. That is interesting. Can defend it by going like this. That's so risky. No longer attacking this and the queen, so maybe you'll push on. Yeah, that's fine. And then what here? Don't see any more checks. There's one there, I guess. I think they're probably thinking that that bishop could be doing some more damage. Right, and then I just go here. That's fine. Not an issue. I still think that's coming in, isn't it? I might need to get my queen over. What? Don't see it. Don't see it. Okay, if I move this, that's big trouble. So I'm going to just, I've got to do something. I've got to move. I've just got to move. Okay, I'm just going to take. Interesting. Just going to take. That's fine. I can do that. I'm still protected. Pawn up. Queen can't come in because of this queen. What are you doing? I can't see it. I can't see anything. So I'm just going to keep on pushing this and try and get it home. 1 minute left. Where are you going with that? I think I'm all right. You're going to start thinking about this now, aren't you? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So if I just go there, for example. Yeah, then I take. Then you're going to take back. Then I take your queen. Yeah, I was waiting for them to get sloppy like that. Okay, 58 seconds. Might have done myself on time, but look, hey ho. I'd like to get my knights working together. Because as things stand, I can win this. Could move the king next to it, yeah. I'm just going to take that. It's fine. Running out of time, big time. Okay, defended. Blimming time. Yeah, that works. They quit, yeah. I think I would have got there. I think I would have got it over the line anyway. Yeah, that was... I kind of relied on that queen in the end coming off the board. Felt nice to get it though. Yeah, okay, 84%, I'll take that. No blunders. I mean, that was quite a tight game. I mean, there were some interesting parts in it. Yeah, I'm going to take that win. Okay, so King's Indian. Immediately, my opponent took the center. Solid. This is all very normal, all very fine. Yeah. Okay, didn't like that. What did it want in this situation? Okay, try and command the center a bit more. Should have done that. Fianchettoed. Got that out of the way. And then I thought, okay, at least that way my bishop can get active at some point rather than being trapped for like most of the game. Yeah, this is all fine. Happy to move back. And at this stage, it's completely equal. I'm looking at this now and I wasn't too unhappy with my position. They were probing, they were trying to get things involved, but it wasn't quite happening. Queen there, computer didn't like. I was happy to do that. Computer's happy with me doing it as well. And so that was fine. Yeah, didn't like that. Okay, yeah, get that into the game quicker. But then if, for example, this pushes, then do I just take? I'm trying to get out of the habit of just taking for the sake. I kind of felt like I had to do that because I was worried about this pawn. As soon as the bishop went, it had two eyes on it with the queen and the bishop. And then I took again. And then queen back so that I could get my knight in to protect. Yeah, that was fine. So I was on the right track there. Took that, yeah, get rid of it. Didn't like that. Didn't like that. What did it want? Okay, yeah. So if there is a check that comes in, it's protected twice. Okay, that's fair enough. Now, I think moving out the way, I was trying to do it so the queen protected that pawn. What did the computer want? All the way back. That makes more sense. I don't know what it is. I think naturally I always try and get myself away from the corner. That's just my sort of natural instincts. And it's not always a good thing. You end up in the center and you just get absolutely, it's just obviously it's logical when you've got pieces that can go all over the place and you're in the middle, you're more exposed. But in this kind of situation, I just kind of worried that the queen, I know I was protecting it, but I didn't, but yeah, that was fine. Should have done that. Yeah, this was all okay. See here, I was just trying to make something happen because I didn't have any play as far as I could see on this half of the board. H to D for me was just kind of, it was dead. Yeah, that's fine. Computer really likes that. Then I take, yeah. Happy to take, yeah. A pawn without defenders, so it's looking at that pawn. I just want, my queen, the only way I was going to move my queen was if I could get rid of that bishop and get rid of his queen. So, was happy to then do that, part with it, yeah. That was fine. That worked for me. That was good. I like that. That was a nice play. And then from here, I'd be pretty confident of winning it most of the time. Say like 7 times out of 10, I would expect to try and go on and win this. I played enough and I've kind of practiced enough in these positions to think I could take it over the line. However, I was down to 56 seconds, so I wasn't quite sure. But then managed to get pawn off the board, and then I just kept cool about it. That was fine. Yeah, and then let me take there. And then for me, that was just game over. But yeah, a win and a loss. Could have been worse. Could have been better. But yeah, look. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully tomorrow we'll get some more good games in. All right, guys, listen, take care. I'll see you later. All right, bye bye.